this morning, girl. You got me very excited. I was like, I showed up right on time for this good word. I appreciated that. Nikki Cinema, her fine self, is in here. Y'all welcome. Come on into the Sunshine Report. We have so much to chit chat about today. What do we have to talk about today? We're going to be here for a minute. Okay, everybody settle in. I know y'all might have to come in and out, so settle in. I will allow picture in a picture. Riverside, thank you so much, girl, for your daily heart me. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. We have so much to talk about. Let's get into it. There is so much. Yes, you are correct. Hey, her divine alchemy. Y'all, please get the chief of villainy. I would like to see some sunflowers for Allison. Allison knows it's about to be the advent of Leo season. So Leos have no choice but to go big this year. We've been suffering for years. And ain't nobody even noticed. That's because that's our nature. See, it's our nature as leaders. Okay, as the campfire. Thank you all for lighting up my gift gallery too. Thank you all so much. That's our nature as Leos, is really not to bring folks into our problems. Our archetype is to kind of stoically just glow through it. We've been suffering for years. We've been suffering since freaking Renaissance debuted. Since Beyonce dropped Renaissance. We're going to talk about Beyonce too, because World Cup, Spain wins. Y'all, stunt queen in chief embarrasses the fuck out of us. You can always tell white people that never had a black woman. Jupiter and Leo, like, it's our time. And I got Sun, Mercury, and Mars and Leo. It's a lot, and I'm excited. I was born for this moment. I was born for it. So we ready. We ready. So Spain wins. Y'all, stunt queen in chief embarrass the fuck out of us. You can always tell somebody that didn't have a black woman in their life at all because they don't know how to act. They don't have any home training. It was embarrassing in front of everybody. So we have that to talk about. Shakira, Madonna tried to give us a halftime show. I don't know how they had the nerve to go on stage with Beyonce in the audience. They must not have known she was there. The diarrhea, the exploding diarrhea lettuce. We have that to talk about today. Apparently, the owner of that company, I'm gonna look all that up for us. Is a big Trump donor. I said his name. God damn it. All right, let me cleanse my palate. Black Girl Vitamins, chlorophyll water. When I tell y'all I got my supplements on point, 92%, if you're 35 years of age, just go ahead and get your supplement game up. You're going to be taking 15 supplements a day by the time you get Big Sis's age. I'm telling you, 54. Okay, 54. This July 23rd is coming up in 3 days. Coach Dad just reminded me my birthday was coming up. That's how consumed I am with my love of you, 92%, and preparing our platform. Because I was like, what? Like this Thursday? Okay, I'm ready. I better find an outfit. Oh, Andrew Tate got arrested in breeches. So it's wonderful he was arrested. Did y'all see them paints he had on? They weren't pants. They weren't pants. They were paints. There was breeches. Y'all remember your grandma ever say, pull your breeches up? That's what he was wearing. BGB don't have enough ingredients to be better. Really? You think so? I don't know, girl. The chlorophyll drops like work for me. I'm a fan of Black Girl Vitamins. I'm definitely a fan of a company that says, but I do understand at our age, we need to be taken, like, we got to be taken like high levels of the different supplements in different forms. It's a woo. I was at the vitamin shop yesterday. It was a moment. Your boy Andrew Tate arrested in breeches, culottes, capri pants, whatever the hell that was. War, we're losing. Thank you, multidimensional hair. I love the mushroom. It's California, it's Northern California. We love mushroom healing around here. I just had a cup full of mushrooms this morning. And my miso soup. We are losing this war against Iran. I don't care what nobody says. I know we losing the war because Stunt Queen in Chief says we're winning the war. He's been telling us for months we've decimated all of their war capabilities, and they consist the pedal pushers. Thank you, Michelle. That's what they pedal pushers. Culottes. Capris, aggressive capris. Oh, it was funny with a like nice aubergine top. They do need to be taught a lesson. They're not giving us no news. Good Morning America is not giving us no news. None of these mainstream news channels are giving us real news. Caress, how do I know this? Because Caress is the one giving us the news. I'm the one giving us the news. Danny Lime is the one giving us the news. The main Darian is the one giving us high waters. Yes, ma'am. When I tell you he was wading in the waters. Why do men listen? I'm a soccer fan. You can always tell what what the young men are wearing based on what soccer fans are wearing, what the soccer stars are wearing, and they like tight shit in Europe. They do. They like the tight clothing in Europe. They do. They love it. But that didn't make no y'all know that didn't make no sense. Exactly. You take his pose. Y'all know that didn't make no sense. To which I just ask, it just asks. I mean, I don't mean to be like this, but I'm just like, again, who is finding this hot in the streets? I swear to you, there is something. These men have never successfully brought a woman to climax. I know it because you can't wearing pedal pushers. That's why they got arrested for skullduggery because they ain't no consensual relations between them and women looking like that. Everything about that says predator. Something's wrong. Something's messed up. And that's why his ass got arrested too, allegedly. Allegedly, Talerico in Texas had a town hall with black voters. Finally doing what he's supposed to do. Damn show took him long enough. And keep Edwards is tap dancing for his life over on the other apps. You'll be there, girl. Y'all definitely follow Caress. She's an amazing creator. She is who one of the women that I follow and I trust for giving me the timeline, especially around Nolan Wells. All of our condolences go to Nolan Wells and his family. I believe that they will be his funeral, I believe, is today. The service is today. I believe in Mississippi. Let me just double check. Yeah, bless. Hundreds gather for his funeral in Mississippi. So our condolences. Yeah, I don't fight, girl. I can't do that. I'm serious. Like men wearing costumes. I ain't never been one of them. I don't want some flashy dressing. No, I like a well dressed man. Coach Dad will give me a look. Will give me an outfit. He's got that like tall, slim. He was like a distance runner, so he was like that very elegant build. Like he'll give me like a look and all of that, but these caps sideways, men in shorts showing their ankles and shit. Like I don't want to see all that rhinestones, hats that aren't serving a purpose. After a certain age, a hat got to serve a purpose. It's got to keep your top of your head from getting burnt up or something. If we on vacation, yes, I like a little look, a little accessory or whatever. But I don't. It's just that's just the way I'm programmed. I don't like all that. I don't. So when I see all that in the shiny, like, mm. With a man, y'all know how your mama got to give you a conversation about the difference between an outfit and a get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they got our thoughts and prayers. They don't think race was a factor. Bless. Black people raising children in Mississippi don't have the luxury to be thinking like that. I understand. I don't know if that's a legal strategy. The only space I can give that, I feel you heard Divine Alchemy because it's been thrown up a couple of times. And hey, Rissa Pieces, that's been said a couple of times. And the only thing I can think that might possibly the reason they would say that shit out loud, I mean, I don't even understand that. I don't even get that considering the family that I grew up in and my family still being in Mississippi. Like, very much that's unless that's legal strategy to try to keep some part of whatever white person might come on board the jury so that but I think it's dangerous. I think that's dangerous. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Born and raised, state of Mississippi, 3 hours away from Nolan. We don't. Yeah, we had a luxury. Like I don't understand. I live in Northern California. I can't tell my daughters that's crazy. That would be ridiculous. Like raising in the factory. That's all I ever talk about. Literally, they should. Yeah, I don't understand. Say less, truly, because that doesn't make any sense. It defies understanding and belief and understanding what our own history is. Thank you, Caress. Understanding and thank you for helping us get that daily that goal. I appreciate that. We are almost there and I want us to get our goal. Caress, thank you, girl. Thank you. Oh, we got a flash goal. Y'all know I love a flash goal. Y'all know I love a flash goal and we got one. Thank you for helping us with this flash goal, whatever it is. Flash goal, where are you? Show yourself again. There you are, flash goal. We have a flash goal. I don't know what the app kind of game is gonna play with me. I don't care. Oh, the little TikTok notes. Thank you all for sharing a TikTok note with me. I appreciate it for our flash goal. Thank you, Dr. Cass. We only need one per person. We got so much news. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's been a long weekend. The war, Talerico had a town hall in Texas. Hallelujah. John Ossoff spoke to a congregation at, I believe it's Beulah Baptist Church, like in Georgia. John Ossoff knows how to talk to black people. And I know it was a church, and y'all know I'm deconstructed. Thank y'all for that flash for helping me out with that flash goal. I don't like a flash goalie. I love a flash goal. I don't know why. I don't even really consider myself like that competitive. Leo is considered a competitive archetype, but it makes me feel like, oh, so you don't think I'm gonna do it? Watch me do it. Watch me do it. Thank you, 92% for coming through for me at that flash goal. We need a blue note. Thank you for the blue note. I appreciate it. Thank you. I think we need like 31 or something like that. So thank you so much for sharing a blue note with me. And thank you for being title gifter 20 times. Thank you, Nikki Cinnamon. Hold it there I want to give myself one. Thank you, Nikki Cinnamon. Can I give myself one? Yay! I like contributing to my own goal too to my own goals. So thank you all so much. James Talerico had a little town hall. It was a good start. Imma give him I'm a hard grader. I'm gonna give him a thank you for those Go Popular, Dr. Cass. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes. Only 11. Yeah, y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Caress. Only 11 left with the flash goal. Thank you all so much for sharing one of the TikTok notes with me. See, I'm gonna put another one up, even though it only counts once. If somebody wants to grab it and contribute one, because it won't let me pin it again. But thank you all so much for sharing that goal with me. If you see it up on the screen, just grab it and then you can give one yourself. We only need one per person. There are 46 of us in here, so we ought to be able to knock that goal out. Thank you very much. Also, one of the benefits of knocking out the flash goal is that it brings in more beautiful, bold, brilliant black women at the 92% in here. And then again, like John Ossoff. John Ossoff was, oh, what did Aaron just say that I missed, really? What did Aaron say? Yeah, he only answered 6 questions, girl. This is his first time out the gate. I'm glad they listening. He should have gone on and on and on, but they're gonna go back. They're gonna take what happened, like the learnings, whatever. How can they answer better questions, and how can they hopefully if they're smart, if this is the last one they do, if they don't build on that, that's their fault. That's their fault. Thank you for those stickers. I appreciate that. Should he have done more? Absolutely. And it sounds like, yeah, like he wasn't prepared. Wasn't girl, Nikki Center, girl, come on now. Wasn't prepared for criticism. What white man is prepared for criticism? What mediocre white man is prepared for criticism? Now, come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. I think it was a beginning. I'm gonna give it a solid C beginning, which I think is generous. I'm a tough grader. I don't believe in this grade inflation shit. Our grade inflation is taking over our schools. I don't believe in grade inflation. I'm gonna give them a C. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are we getting close to that goal? Y'all, thank you. We only need 9 more. We only need 9 more. It's not gonna let me post it. Working on politics. Ooh, come back. Working on politics in Wisconsin. The stories, girl, I believe you, Dr. Cass. I believe you. You know, some of my people settled in Wisconsin and Milwaukee from Mississippi. Is one of my uncles on my dad's side. Chicago and Milwaukee from different sides of the family. I want to know why we now suddenly matter. Girl, why do we suddenly matter? We suddenly matter because they're starting to figure out, oh, right. When they go back and look at our credentials, they forgot about our credentials. They forget that we're the ones that make shit pop around here at elections, and that they can always count on doing the bare. Oh, you live in Milwaukee, right on. My people were the Gambrels. That's my maiden name, Gambrell. Halicue Gambrell. Gambrell. Thank y'all so much, y'all. We're well. Oh gosh, we only need 7 more notes. Thank you, Lily. I appreciate that. That was my maiden name, and one of my uncles that settled out there is a dentist. Which uncle was that? Was that Uncle Percy? I had the most handsome cousins. Oh my gosh, I had crushes on all my little handsome cousins. They were so smart. They were so handsome when I was a girl. Because it's conversion of MAGA. Yeah, that's just not working. You're right. And the amount of time it took them to get together, even here and now. Yeah, just enough time to be like, well, how are we doing? Waiting for the polling. Everything in these campaigns is still the polling. Yolanda was going off about how he's not listening to any of them. Again, the remedy to that man winning in Texas is in his own hands. It's in his own hands if they want to win. It's still not too late. What he needs to do is go to Georgia and listen to John Ossoff. Some men are ready for the moment and some aren't. Ossoff is ready. I'm glad I saw they gave him the business too. They need to. That's what politics is. That is what politics is. That is what governance is. I'm telling y'all. I don't know what's going on with the oppressor. They done had all the strength bred out of them. Ain't got no stick to itiveness. They ain't got no gumption. You know, it's like it's been bred out of them. They wilty and they willowy. Not ready for the fight. Big Dog would not. Yeah, Big Dog wouldn't have had no problem because Big Dog, in many ways, is like Ossoff. I pray we don't have that issue. Y'all know I'm deconstructed. I pray we don't have that issue with Ossoff because Ossoff knows how to talk to us nice. Y'all know I'm deconstructed. I don't be watching a whole lot of growing up in Mississippi, like politicians and churches and shit. I just triggers me because we have some nasty little systems like set up down south in Mississippi where pastors and stuff are like played off. Girl, I'm so glad, Dr. Cass. Welcome. Come on in. That is where you're here. Yeah, girl. John know how to talk to us. Nice. Y'all go back and look at that video of him at that church this weekend. And we're gonna talk about that later on. All right. Because something that's really important that's happening right now is really important for us as Black women, 92%, the most valuable voting block. He does. I'm just going to say it's not even his little looks or whatever, or that deep voice, but y'all know my Venus is in Gemini. I love an intelligent man that respects my intelligence. I'm getting chills. I'm telling y'all. Oh, Coach Dad. I'm so glad Coach Dad took me off the market when he did when I was a young woman. I would have just been. That's a man that speaks with bass in his voice, and he knows it's like he understands how to appeal to our intelligence. Like he gets it, girl. No, wasn't a C minus, girl. That was a solid B plus. And that's me being generous because I want to give him room. I want to give him room to get to that A. This is the beginning of semester. I before the midterms. I want to give him room. He's one of my promising students. I want to see if he's gonna come through. Not scary at all, intelligent, slow. He talks slow but intensely. Exactly that legacy of John Lewis. Correct. Smartest girl in class. Smartest girl in class. Knows what he's doing. Everything about it was a lesson. It's something we can learn from him, like in public speaking and how to do it. He understands in churches, as deconstructed as I am, where a lot of us still are, that cadence back and forth, asking us questions. He knows we're people with an oral tradition and a history. We love a call and response. Like it was so deeper than that. It resonated. Y'all know how a lot of the energy workers say like everything is vibration. There we go. Y'all, that I called we didn't know each other yet, 92%, but I called Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as a team, as our ticket. That man could be Kamala's VP. They talking about Mondami. I don't think so, but Asa, that could be her VP right there. That could be our VP. All right. I don't want to put too much on him. I don't want to put too much on him too fast. But John Smith's consistent. Yep, since here Warnock first time. I'm glad for that. No, it's so true. They are both so talented. And like I said, everything about the two of them, that's why when y'all Stunt Queen came out talking shit about him, talking about their election was illegitimate during that whole show. By the way, that was a flop. That address was a flop. It was a floppy disk. I want to remind everybody about that. Yeah, and he's young. Both him and Senator Warnock, they're in that age range where complete perfect age range, complete control of all the faculties. I'm sorry. The optics matter. They both good looking. They both look good in a suit. They look real good in a suit. Everything they said, yeah, that big speech full of lies. That we can talk. I don't know if did we have a chance to talk about that after Thursday? We didn't really because we went straight into Black Girl Podcasters on Friday. Y'all, whole speech was a flop. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you for helping us get to that. Y'all, I really want to reach this flash goal. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let me find the flash goal. Let me put it back up there, but they'll let me. They ought to let me pin it again. Yes. Y'all, we only need like 6 more. If anyone hasn't given one of these little notes, I would really appreciate it. We only need 6 more from anybody that hasn't given one. From anybody that hasn't given one. So tough and unsmart, girl. That's a way to put it. That is absolute. Thank you, Kate Styles. Y'all, we only need 5 more. We only need 5 more. Thank you guys so much. It's pinned. If you have not given one of the little notes, a congressional seat, and I was stabbing loss, but I'm so glad he won the Senate seat. Even better. Indeed. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Live Strong, thank you so much. Link Strong, I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, y'all, we only need 4 more. Thank you for 4 more. We've got a little bit more time with the goal. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. We need 4 more little TikTok notes. If you have not given one, I would really love to get that flash goal. But in reflection, whole speech was a flop. Hey, do y'all like the nails? These are the birthday nails. These are my birthday press-ons. Y'all let me know if you like them. Thank you for your daily heart me. I appreciate that. So the speech on Thursday, entire speech was a flop. Entire speech was a flop. He's a y'all stunt queen in chief is a sentient, some would argue with me on that, sentient sack of rotting pig guts. My birthday is July 23rd. It's coming up this Thursday. 54, y'all. 54. And I'm never, y'all, I don't know. If y'all catch me with straight hair again, something bad has happened and I got to go to a funeral or something. Yeah, so 54 years of age. So yeah, Nikki says, I would argue, I would see how we're able to have dialogue and some, we don't know if he's thinking and actually alert, sweaty, can't talk. Y'all know he gets that. He's got dementia, so he forgets to swallow. So he's got that phlegm, whole thing, which is a horrible exercise. And what happens when a racist oppressor that represents the worst that this country is, how far we've sunk in the esteem of the world, chickens coming home to roost, us finally paying for our crimes, white folks in this country, we see how deeply embedded thank you, Dr. Katz, for the early happy birthday. Yeah, the skinwalker, and we're going to talk about skinwalkers and people skinwalking us. I get so sick of people skinwalking us. Whole speech was a flop. It was a horrible mess. The man, these new findings, the findings that he put out basically confirmed that Russia had their finger on the scale for him. He basically proved through the paperwork that most of it redacted, that they released, that the only time we had true foreign election interference was under his watch. They say Fox News read him down behind the scenes. He just wants to know, why aren't y'all talking about my speech? They like, first of all, it's flop. Second of all, them documents you produced basically illustrate how you were the one that couldn't run fair elections and how under your watch, Russia had their finger on the scale for you. Okay. I don't know how any of this mess is supposed to work. That's basically what happened with that speech. And didn't nobody want to watch it. Half the networks didn't carry it. CBS, if CBS cuts away, you got a problem because they ain't nothing but is not real state media. That's who they are. But y'all welcome. Come on in. Let me pull up. We have so much to chit chat about today. I gave us a little bit of a sneak peek. Yeah, the network just again, exactly. And that's another thing I heard. I heard that his camp was assuring Fox News, like, don't worry about getting sued. We're gonna pay your legal bills. Fox said, the hell you are. You said that last time, and they had to come out their pockets almost $1 billion to like Dominion, like machines. They're not trying to get sued again. And they know his ass is about to get up out of here. They have seen the internal polling. All those people do is live and die by polling, and he is done. Do y'all know that our citizens' support of this war that we are losing in Iran right now is actually lower than when the helicopters were leaving Vietnam? Lowest approval rating. A lot of this shit don't matter. I feel silly even saying that because who cares? Like, who's the lowest approval rating of any president in modern history? Yes, crazy, girl, crazy. Like 7%. It's ridiculous. So the whole thing was a flop. Then they had McMullen talk about an example of why Black women, I'm not playing with us anymore. Get a microphone and get on the mic. I'm sick of it. If Bounty and Bliss can do it, if Caress can do it, I can do it. Everything Aaron and Ashley can do it. Okay. Her Divine Alchemy can do it. All right. Allison can do it. Like, be a podcaster, get on the mic and share your voice. Y'all can do it. Do it. Please. I am so sick of these. Y'all can do it. I promise you. Okay. Black Girl Podcasters got you. Join us on Fridays at 4 o'clock Pacific time. Okay. Join us in getting out the news and the information and the conversation that Black women of the 92% deserve. We deserve intelligent conversations about what is going on in our nation. And if anyone has ever been an example of some sorry ass, mediocre, like Aaron said on Black Girl Podcasters, like this last Friday, go out there and press record, okay? And press on your mic with the confidence of a mediocre white man. Because they gonna stay doing it. Thank you all so much for supporting the live. I appreciate us so much. You all welcome. Hey, teas. Welcome to the Sunshine Report. Happy morning. Good morning, everybody. Come on in. I know it's afternoon where some of us is still a little bit morning here in California. Your girl had some Mercury, was like, what we say? What the Ella the AI coach was you girl that said like Mercury's not in Gatorade, girl. Mercury's in Haterade. Mercury was hating on me hard this morning with my different microphones. Hello, Dr. Sharman. How are you? Happy Monday. Everyone have a great day. Y'all welcome. Come on in. Thank you all for sharing out the live. I love when you all are networking. Get in there and network and share each other, follow each other. Y'all dealing with smoke again here? I'm sorry. In California, y'all, we lost power for like not 24 hours, but about 18 hours. They be shutting down the power whenever it gets too hot and too windy because we don't want to burn down the state. Happy morning, everybody. Come on in, grab your coffee. Please say hello to everybody in the chat. Tell us where you're coming from. Where are you checking in today? Tell us what you're grateful for this morning. I'm grateful for the love of our community. I am so grateful for the 92%. Y'all do not understand. I almost started crying yesterday. I got some very good news about us and our community, and an opportunity to do some work that will actually help us take some action without endangering ourselves like yesterday. And I was just so happy for us and our community. I was in the grocery line, like looking at the little email. And I told a little girl, I was like, I just got some really good news. And I was like, one time I was kind of mean to you like 3 weeks ago, and I'm sorry for that. She was like, what? I was like, no, it was 3 weeks ago. I had on resting bitch face. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that shit. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that shit. That's how happy I was. That's how happy the 92% makes me. That's why I put up this goal. This is how y'all make me feel. When I got that news, like I immediately needed to share it with her. I was like, I'm just sorry. Me and my community got some good news. Like, that's literally why I put that gift up there, because that's how Black women at a 92% made me feel. And some spirit told me, just go ahead and just apologize to that girl. You was having a hard day. You know, that spirit of my grandmother just came through. She was just speaking through me. And it was back before my my new estrogen patches had penetrated all of the way. I was working my way out of that nightmare. Thank you, girl. Thank you, teens. I was working my way out of that nightmare of being estrogen free for like 6 weeks. And I was like, girl, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. Where's your manager? Is Donna working today? Let me go tell Donna what a good job you're doing. I said, girl, I'm sorry. So, y'all, today's headline. Okay. Today's opening message. They trying to walk us. They're trying to convince us that slapping a sale sign over the front window will suddenly change the relationship. Okay. They're trying to fool us. Okay. We need accountability. These people are gonna have to talk to us nice. We're about to start making our demands now that they've decided they actually want to talk to us in some of these important races, like in Texas. Some people know how to talk to us nice. I feel like about to be again Senator Ossoff. He knows how to talk to us nice. Knows how to meet us with our intellect. Some people don't. Your boy Talerico is still learning. Okay, and we need so much more than the bullshit they used to give us. Now it's time for us to galvanize and say what we want, what we need as a community. And I say, black women are the 92%. I say don't take nobody else into account. If you listen to black women, we already got black men covered. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why whenever brothers are like, what about the black men? I'm like, we basically gave birth to the entire black community. We got you. What you mean? If black women, seriously, we literally gave birth to every single one of you. So we got it. What you worried about? I'm absolutely keeping United States, girl. We got a new episode coming out. I just got to finish the editing. We got more, but yeah, we mean seriously. Like we already got it. Don't be asking us, what about everybody else? The truth of the matter is, if black women are making the voting decisions, if black women are being elected into leadership, we got everybody. We got all of you. The decisions we are making are the best for the most of us. For the most and the least of us. We got it. Yeah, the editing, girl, is what trips me up too, which is why I'm trying this new thing where we record live, girl. I feel you 100%. The editing is a lot. So listen, we have spent years saying we want stronger black owned businesses, stronger black communities, stronger black wealth. Then difficult economies aren't a time to abandon that vision. It's the time to become even more intentionally about it. And I say this about skinwalking because somebody who sent me that video, somebody sent me a video of what these like beauty supply shops and these nail salons are doing now. They're making social media and they're putting little black girls and like black people on the front of their social media campaigns. Yeah, girl, start recording live and start going live. I'm telling y'all, it's the start going live. It's the future. I'm just saying. I know it's not for everybody, but it's all kind of ways you can go live. You don't, your face don't have to be like kabam like this. You could do like what Koresh does. I was inspired by Koresh. She does this when we're not ready for all this. We can make our message pretty. We could put something up there. Like there's so many ways to do it. Welcome. Come on in. Thank you all for following. I appreciate it. I'm so glad y'all are here. But one of the reasons I wanted to talk about this today, talk to us nice and stop. I'm gonna get you there. Don't worry about it. If there's anything I can do is to help you understand, not make you believe you can do it. The little dot, girl, you inspired me with that. I always wanted to do a late night radio show. Like, good evening. I'm so glad you joined me on the Quiet Store. I always wanted to do that. And I saw that. I was like, I'm gonna do that. I like that. I like that. That little keyhole. You can put the little keyhole. Hey, KJ, how are you doing? KJ of Brown Sugar featured maker on the sunshine directory.info. So yeah, y'all, we can do it. I don't even know half of us for real like that, like I do little inner sanctum. I know we can do it. Why? Because we black women. Black women have been, if there's anything I believe in black women. I believe a black woman could never have gone to business school and be the world's best CMO. I believe it. I believe we can do anything. Do it. Yeah, late night Saturdays. Her Divine Alchemy does it. You can create a whole background persona. Do it. Yeah, I love that little dot, girl. That little dot is cute. It's cute. There's so many ways for us to do this and to access these platforms. But y'all, come on. The reason I want to talk about this in this particular theme today, of like, I'm tired of people skinwalking us, and people are going to have to come correct when they talk to us. They're putting little black girls or like young black women as the face of their social media, talking about, come on down here, quick weed for this. Spend $25, get a blow dryer for like 99 cents. And the truth is, they're still Asian owned. There's still other marginalized groups that are anti-black owned that are still suctioning off of us and siphoning off of us. Do not be fooled. And listen, can't nobody police black women. Like, I know Janelle Monáe is like, "You cannot police me, please stay off my areolas," but black women can police other black women. Don't be doing ride-alongs with your best friend going to these beauty supply shops. Hold us, we need to hold each other accountable, okay? Yeah, and there's a green screen, you can be in a bubble. Yes, there's so many ways, y'all, to go live. There's so many options. But listen, y'all, I want us to remember that we're not just shopping, we are making investment decisions, and we're going to talk about why that is so important. If you all are new here, welcome. My name is Halicue. This is the Sunshine Report. This is your morning briefing. This is where culture, strategy, joy, and a nice, big, healthy dollop of discernment and common sense. We all sit at the same table together. Okay, all together. Around here, we believe that Black women deserve conversations that respect our intelligence. Okay, propaganda doesn't really have a home here. Panic doesn't really. Created an avatar to do her podcast. Look at these. Look at this. Y'all, please get into this. Okay. We ask better questions here. We laugh here. Black women learn here. We build. We leave smarter than where we arrived. And if you're listening live or catching a later replay, I just want you to know that you are so welcome here. If you are enjoying today's conversation, please don't forget to like the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tapping the bell. Hey, Bronze Bella, it's been a minute. And thank you for sharing the live with somebody who appreciates thoughtful conversation with a lot of sunshine. Thank you all for coming to sit into the sun with me. And again, everybody, let me know how we're doing. How are we feeling? Y'all spicy and active today. I like that. It makes me feel good. Pretty Hog, thank you for following. You all, thank you so much for contributing to the live goals. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Let's try to knock all these goals out today. Y'all know my favorite goal is the daily heartbeat because it basically shows how we're growing as a community. And look at that, y'all already knocked that one out. And then, of course, y'all know Black women, y'all make me feel like my heart is bursting into a bouquet of butterflies. But I want to know how everybody's doing this weekend. How are we feeling? Hey, T Dub, how are you? Did anything happen yesterday? Thank you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for those Go Populars. Thank you for the daily heartbeat. Did anything make you laugh? Did you protect your peace? Did you move your body? Your girl got in the gym yesterday. You're good, T Dub. Okay, good. That makes me very happy. Love ETLC. Black Girl Podcasters are in the house. I think how many of us are in here? We had Aaron, Her Divine Alchemy. Now the Lovey TLC is here. Okay, right on. Did you make one small decision that your future self is going to thank you for? I don't know if y'all know this, but the only show me and Coach Dad are kind of watching right now is Abbott Elementary. We've never watched it, so we're enjoying from the beginning. I love the way my girl Ava. I love the way my girl Ava. I don't in every show like that, I'm always looking to see like the character that I see myself in most. I love Ava. Ava and Tyreek are my favorite characters, but she always writes emails and videos to her future self. I love her so much. Like she is my favorite kind of like flawed character. I'm loving that show so much. Me and Coach Dad need like two more shows though. So y'all let me know what shows y'all are watching. Um and so my question was, did you make one small decision that your future self is going to thank you for? And if so, I want you to tell me in the chat. Because what we do here, we talk about the news. Yeah, Jeremy tries. I love, bless his heart. Ain't he earnest? That's an earnest young man. He is one of my favorite characters. Jacob. Yeah. Jacob is one of my favorite characters. This is one of our favorite show. And I love the way they're giving us young, black, nerdy love with a slow burn that's really yearning. Like, oh, little Janine gets so cute. If you have Paramount, watch Daria from Detroit. Oh, okay. All right, let me see. Girl, Coach Dad, anytime one of these politicians does something fucked up with these streaming services and channels, Coach Dad is quick to cancel a streaming service to show his disapproval of this administration is killing me and the children, killing me and the girls. It's hard to find any time to watch TV, but at this point, whoo! All right, Daria from Detroit. That sounds good. Let me see that. Daria from Detroit. I like that. I bet it's gonna give me. I bet it's gonna give me like South Side teas. Oh, let me put our because y'all. Oh, y'all, we gotta get up. Y'all, we gotta get up to 100K likes. So thank you. If you have a tapper, engage it, start it. Let's go. We got a lot to do today. So let's keep the taps going. I appreciate it. X-Men 97. Oh, I hear the young people like the X-Men 97. Is that the new it's like a little animated series. I've been seeing a lot of clips of that. Yes, and can't wait for another season. No, it's Hulu Disney, but I gotta support. No, I understand, girl. We're doing the best we can. I'm gonna check it out for sure. And speaking of building, y'all, so y'all know the little incident that I talked to us about how their new strategy now is to basically like hire little young black women and have them do all the social media to get our ass to come down to these beauty supply shops and these nail salons, pretending and giving the impression that it's black owned when it's really the same people that's been suctioning off of our community this whole time. They think they fooling us. They think they skin walking us. So listen, I want to just let us know I'm jumping reruns of A Different World. Oh, nice. And apparently we're about to have a reboot of A Different World. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I really don't. I can't wait to see what they do with my girl Whitley Gilbert, that character. But yeah, we not going. And y'all, I don't like saying the word policing with black folk or like black women. Talk to your girlfriends. I know it's some of us, and I know Harriet said everybody can't go, but it's not that difficult to convince your girlfriend. Girl, do not go there. Them people, that's Asian people running the shop. Even though they put us up at the front desk or whatever, they have us on the social media. Yeah, seriously, like don't yeah, seriously. Now we gotta sometimes like accountability begins within our own community. And as black women, if it's anybody that's always held my feet to the fire and made me tell the truth about myself, particularly my grandmother, it's us. It's like other black women. So one of the projects that I am most excited about is the Sunshine Directory. It's the Sunshine Directory.info. If you are looking for Black women-owned businesses, creators, professional artists, consultants, wellness practitioners, podcasters, or entrepreneurs, start with us. Yeah, Bounty and Bliss said, yeah, I noticed one by me had hired a bunch of Black women before the blackout. Yep, just scratch. Do your some of us a lot, especially y'all millennials, y'all are born investigators. Y'all were here when this technology was dropped on us. Do your investigations and then talk about it and expose these people. Her Divine Alchemy says we also need to help Black women make money, myself included, because sometimes that's the big reason. I get it. I understand. Again, the Sunshine Directory. This is where we have a repository. Black women own businesses, creators, professionals, artists, consultants, wellness practitioners, podcasters, entrepreneurs. Start with us. Go to the sunshinedirectory.info. Okay. If there's a black woman owned business, beauty supply, put it in there. You don't even need permission, girl. If it's a black business, a beauty supply, a nail salon, a black nail tech, a lawyer, a black woman realtor, a black law firm, um, girl, a black esthetician, a therapist, put their name in there. If you got a picture, pop it up and share that information. We have to make it easier to find each other. And if you own a business yourself, I'm not the only woman or the only community that's doing this. I believe Bounty and Bliss is doing one too for her community. This is so important. And where it's at, the sunshinedirectory.info. The sunshinedirectory.info. If you know an incredible black woman owned business, nominate it. All right. Let's build something that lasts longer than any freaking news cycle. All right. So welcome. Come on in. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Or looking for work. Oh my gosh. And if y'all know of jobs, you can get jobs, job referrals. Jana, thank you so much. The main Darian. One of the things I love about what Black people are doing on this and all of the other apps is a lot of us, y'all, are mission driven. That's the wonderful you know what I mean? That's the wonderful thing about having folks that's, like, over 40, like, on these platforms. Some of us are still young and hustling, but then some of us have the pleasure and the leisure to not be beholden to anybody, to not be worried about somebody firing us. So, like, Darian has got an entire across the United States job board, all right? So, he is always pushing for job leads. People, thank you, D. Thank you so much for putting that in the chat. So we are out here doing the work. We are mission focused. We are mission focused. So if you know somebody looking for a job, you know about a job, you know somewhere it's hiring, find the main Darian. Just look up Darian. You're going to find him. He got a million pages. He has a million pages. This is how we do it. Okay. Yes, we are. And before I get into one of the main things I want to talk about, we can cover some of the news. What's the most important thing? We talked a little bit about Andrew Tate. Let's see. Let's talk about Talerico. Now, did y'all see his little town hall? Yeah, little town hall. He didn't answer but 5, 6, 7 questions. It was heated. It was heated. Like black people literally were like, "Yeah, but we don't trust you though, bro. You know why we don't trust you? Because of your people." And I'm gonna give him a C. It was a start. It was a beginning. He needs a lot more. As somebody in the chat just noticed. Let me open this up to check the chat. Okay, we don't need to worry about the chat. We are live. Thank you so much, y'all. Forgive me for taking it. Let me take a little bit of a look at this for a teeny bit. I want to make sure we're not neglecting anybody on the other station. But yeah, girl. So your boy, Texas Democrat James Talerico was confronted by a constituent. They mean constituents over alleged shortcomings in his outreach to black voters during a stop in his campaign to become the state's next senator. Y'all, and apparently it's still neck and neck. Have y'all seen any of the most recent polling? The last I saw, it was neck and neck. And again, not black people's fault. That's Texans' fault because they like that. They like that shit with Paxson. They like that shit with him. So, so black people, and this is a quote, one of the folks there, so he was there, it was supposed to be a town hall with black Texas voters. He was there. Some of his little sound bites, I gotta admit, I like keep Jasmine Crockett's name out your mouth. He corrected the record for the record and said, um, how much he appreciated um Jasmine basic basically, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having mom brain this morning. How Jasmine approved of the entire ticket and endorsed the entire ticket, like just after the election. And just after she was like, I love the way she was like, I basically endorse all y'all, leave me alone, I'm tired. And Aaron, you're right. It might be a little bit too little too late, but he has absolutely got time to course correct. Especially now that I hope he's seen you're not gonna convince these red hats change their minds. How, Sway? How you gonna change these people's minds? Y'all, we have not moved the needle on we have not moved the needle on likes. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. I appreciate it. Forgive me. When I do that, I'm just turning my iPad on and off so I can engage the clicker. If you've got a clicker, thank you for engaging it. And please, please, please tap the screen. Thank you for sharing out the live. You know, the easiest way to share the live is just to hit repost. That's one of my favorite things to do. And it might be a little bit too late, but they still have time. If he's intentional, if he's forthright, if he's hardworking about it, if he engages us, if he if he engages us, that's weird. iPad's tripping. iPad is tripping. Hang on. Y'all, when I tell you the whole Mercury and Gatorade, it is not a joke. Mercury and Gatorade is not fake news. The tech on my side of things is driving your girl crazy this morning. Let's see if we can get this baby back up and running. Thank you. Thank you for coming through, passing through and giving likes. We like that. I appreciate that. Y'all can let's see how quickly we can get to 50K likes. Give me your best finger taps. Okay. Thank you for your best finger taps. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, tired mom. Girl, I feel you. Girl, I feel you. I know my girl Erin, who's got a little Aries, feels you as well. So quote, Black people don't trust you for this reason, and you cannot win without us. Wait, let me get the from the very beginning. So y'all, Texas Democrat James Talerico was confronted by a constituent over alleged shortcomings in his outreach. Oh, we already been on for an hour. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Texas Democrat James Talerico was confronted by constituents. Hello, tired mom. Thank you for that. That's very kind. I feel so much better with my hair back in its natural state. I'm so tired of that. I mean, I still need a haircut, but ooh, I'm not wearing my hair straight like that again for a long time. Oh, you watched the Nolan Wells funeral earlier. Oh goodness. It's some I'm very curious to see how this we don't think race was involved. I don't know what kind of delusion people be living in. I grew up in Mississippi. I'm on my way back this summer. I don't understand. I'm one of these people that believes race affects everything. So I think everything like most of the shit we're dealing with is because people never got over um the Confederacy losing. Uh Yeah, thank you so much. Ooh, it's back in its natural state. I am so happy. I feel like 100. As weird as that is with straight hair, I feel 100 pounds lighter, like with my hair in its natural state. So yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I obviously our heart goes out to, and I can't wait to see how this whole thing gets resolved. It feels very Mississippi burning ish. Okay. So he was confronted by a constituent over alleged shortcoming in his outreach to like black voters during a stop in his campaign. According to local reporting and videos shared across social media, the exchange occurred on a Sunday when the state representative attempted to bring the question and answer section of his town hall in Southwest Houston to a close. When you're dealing with my people, you're gonna have to settle in for a minute, get comfortable. Okay. All right. I know you wanna lift his mother up. I understand. Have y'all seen how much his mom looks like, Emmett Till's mother? Yeah, it was and yeah, like Nikki Cinnamon says, after only 5 or 6 questions. I get it. Like, with my people, you gonna have to hold still and under some questioning. We're gonna ask you some questions. When my mama it is uncanny. When my mom had sit me down for her little cross examinations, you was gonna be there for a minute. The more you acted like you was ready to go, the longer your ass was gonna sit there. He gonna need to do some deep internal work to learn how to sit the fuck down and listen to this. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the funeral. Funerals are so hard for your girl. Yeah, I do. I do. This is happening to teach us some lessons, and it's about to get crazy. Eyes of the nation are going to be on this. It's going to be like another OJ Simpson case. It's going to be like another Mississippi burning. Sadly, I'm sad to say. It's going to be interesting to see what comes at the end of it because, in many ways, I love my home state. I love the great state of Mississippi. Some of the most beautiful, intelligent, kind-hearted, loving people. I got the finest education growing up in the 80s, like in Mississippi. I know things are very different now. I can't believe shit is worse than when I was a girl. I never would have guessed that. Thank you for reposting and thank you for sharing. Hey, Charlene. Thank you for coming to sit in the sun with us, Charlene. Thank you. But yeah, they took it to Talerico last night. Somebody said, and I quote, Black people don't trust you for this reason because he was trying to ski daddle the hell out of there after only 5 or 6 questions. You can't do us like you do the Rotary Club on a campaign stop. You can't do that with black people. You're gonna have to settle in. Deconstruct it, but like John, he can learn a lesson from Ossoff. Is who we can learn a lesson from. Now, Ossoff is uniquely gifted with some other things that he ain't got, that he doesn't have, but he can learn because Ossoff knows how to talk to us nice. That young white man knows what he's doing in our community. It's some of us that know how to talk to us, that understand how to meet us on a true energetic and intellectual capacity. That's what a good leader and a good politician does. And I think it's only so much they can do with Talerica, but Texas voters are going to sort him out. Black Texas voters are going to sort him out. And if he had the sense that God gave a turnip, He would get it together and keep up with the engagement and not be afraid. Somebody better tell him to eat his Wheaties. Somebody better get him some Venus Williams protein powder. Somebody get him some black girl vitamins. Okay, he needs to get his strength up to sit in there for them long conversations. Ossoff was there for the whole church service. If you're not gonna be there for the whole service, if you're not gonna be there for the whole service, don't come talking to us. Okay. Seriously, Talerico and Wubsy says Talerico needed this hard lesson because we all knew he wasn't ready, but he had to make it right. Um, I totally do. I totally do have that sense. I'm not sure it will work. I know he met with blacks in DFW last week. I believe he better ramp up quick. And that's another thing that a politician has to do. You got to ramp up quick. You have to be able to pivot. You have to be able to pivot. And if he doesn't understand, and if the Democratic Party doesn't understand that we're not going to just do it the same way we used to do. I know they're used to us toting that barge and lifting our bail. We're not doing that right anymore. Juxtapose that to your boy, John Ossoff, who's also running in Georgia. Okay. Where was he? The name of the church was Beulah. I even like the way he said it. Oh my gosh, y'all. Did y'all hear him? And with great awe. Did y'all hear him? Oh my gosh, he was talking about. And with great awe at the honor and responsibility of representing you. I would this morning briefly touch upon the moral and political crisis that afflicts our nation today. Listen to him. We see a faithless president. Self-dealing while he depicts himself as Christ. While he depicts the Obamas as apes. Did you see that? While he plunges the nation recklessly into war, plunders our health care, and sends prices soaring. Oh, look at him. He looked vice presidential. Do you understand what I'm saying? Given what happened with the closing of polling stations, not sure if we will show up for Talerico. Whether or not black voters have shown up to claim our franchise, to claim our rights under some of the most terrifying circumstances in human history, to exercise our right to vote. So we are willing to face inconvenience, danger to exercise our right to vote. We always have. We've done that historically. So if he don't inspire black people to get out and vote, that's his own fault. And I had to turn off Senator Ossoff because I start getting excited and I start picturing the future. At the same time, I have to be like, I got to be careful because these men will disappoint you every single time. It seems like we can barely get one out to shoot good before some crazy. They're talking about Gallego be hitting on his damn staff and stuff. So part of me don't trust anybody and none of them. But people are going to have to start. These politicians are going to have to start respecting us. They have to learn how to talk to us. I think, girl, don't it, Nikki Cinnamon? Doesn't it? Nikki, you're right. Harris Ossoff. That's a good looking ticket. That's a good looking ticket. That's a ticket that can work. It is, girl. Thank you for saying that. I feel the same way. Some about it feels right. I'm just saying that could be a good match. And I think, and we can see from Talerico, okay? I think politicians are making an enormous mistake with black women voters. And today, I want to talk to us. Wouldn't that be a good ticket? Today, I want to talk to us about the conversations that when these politicians are trying to engage black women, I'm going to do everybody a solid. And I want to talk a little bit about what I feel like we deserve, what we want. okay? Because they're making a huge mistake with Black voters and especially Black women voters, and they do not want to fumble us. I almost want I want us the next little bit, we're gonna talk about, um, Ossoff and AOC. I don't know about AOC yet. I don't think she's quite seasoned enough yet, to be perfectly honest, but I also believe we need I want a little bit I want a little bit of more of a contrast than I feel like those 2 offer. I think there's too much youth on that ticket. And I say that, "Hello, soul." Oh, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. There's not enough maturity on the ticket. I'm not saying, and believe me, I understand what the young people are saying about wanting their voices heard, even though I don't really F with the DSA for real. With the DSA for real. We need y'all know I'm a soccer mom. And I know the teams that work, like the team can have all the talent in the world, but if that chemistry is not there, if the contrast isn't there with the girls and the team, it's not going to work. And it's magical. It's special. It's the exact same with political tickets. It's exact same. So I don't feel it there. Like I don't feel the magic there. And the truth of the matter is, even though people say what, like Republicans fall in line and Democrats want to fall in love, there is something magic that has to happen that engages people. And normally it's like this beautiful unpredictable mixture of characteristics, and we know when it's right. We know when it's right. But since I think people are actually, for the first time, starting to get it that they should not fumble Black women, and that the only way to win elections is by keeping us, the base, the most solid demographic, because that's what this is, people. This is like exit polling data broken out by demographics, and that big, long, beautiful line, that's Black women, 92%. Okay. So I think politicians are making one enormous mistake with Black women voters, and I want to talk to y'all about. And I hope this gets out to these politicians. Like this is really me being as generous as I can be, because y'all know Black women, until y'all accept our leadership, y'all are no longer getting free labor for us. But this is also to help us 92% have a conversation. Y'all please chime in and talk amongst yourselves in the chat. So one thing that became crystal clear to me at the end of this week, I watched James Talerico's town hall with Black voters in Texas and watched the fallout of that. And then I watched Senator John Ossoff communicate with Black voters. I have a favorite. I like to tell the girls I don't have favorites. I totally have a favorite. And whether or not you agree with every policy decision or not, both men demonstrated something I think that many politicians have not figured out. Okay. And at least, and I feel like John Ossoff did this very well. He spoke with Black voters. Talerico seemed like he was trying to talk at us a little bit more. But what something that I saw across with both of them, and I feel like this, even though I've given Talerico a C, I'm giving Ossoff a solid B plus on his performance. They did some right things. What were the things they did right? Understand and assume that we are intelligent, that we can follow complicated ideas, that we deserve thoughtful answers. And I found myself asking, like, why is that so rare? Why is that so rare with politicians? Why has that been so rare in my lifetime of being a student of politics? I think that the biggest mistake that politicians continue to make with Black women is not the policy, although there are some critiques around their how the way they come up with their talking points and the way they describe policy that I think is problematic and needs some more work. But I think one of the biggest mistakes they make isn't necessary policy. We have a lot of policy demands as Black women in 2026, but I think their mistake is an imagination. I think they are being advised, and campaigns are still being run because they imagine Black women and Black people in general as these one-dimensional voters. They imagine if they just mention civil rights or voting or incarceration, that's one of their favorites, or they throw a gospel choir behind a commercial, we'll feel seen. John Ossoff, oh my goodness, why is my computer's dinging. Like, John Ossoff was in a church, but that talk could have been held anywhere. That talk could have been at a HBCU, okay? It could have been at, like, an HBCU, that could have been at a community center, um, and I just need for all of these politicians to understand as we get ready to cruise into the midterms, Black women have been evolved. And we're tired of people talking to us like it's still the late 70s and early 80s. Black women, the 92%, our expectations have evolved. Our ambitions have damn sure evolved. And it's time that our politics evolve too. That's why we have our movement, the 92% movement. So, what do we actually want? And y'all, please chime in and ring in down in the chat. Pretty please. Oh, something very interesting is going on. So, please ring in. I thought about this a lot this weekend. Like, what do we actually want from our elected officials? Here's the problem. For way too long, certainly since I was a girl, there's been too much political messaging aimed at Black communities, um, and it's been deficit based. Y'all understand what I'm saying when I say deficit based? It's always been around the way Black people in our community is broken, what's dangerous, what's wrong, what happened to us, what we've survived. Rarely it's about what's exactly, well, girl, we're gonna get to that. Way to go, K Styles. That's exactly one of the things we're gonna be demanding. They speak to for us and that they talk to. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. Okay. That's what it's always about. It's rarely about what's possible because of Black people, American Black people, especially in this time when everybody wants to claim building the country. Every single marginalized other POC immigrant group wants all this credit for building the country, when the truth of the matter is we all know how and what the country was built on: the labor, the blood, and the sweat of Black people, and I would say more than anything, more than anyone else, Black women. Why? Because we were dragged over here in 1619, forced into chattel slavery, and forced to birth an entire workforce that was the foundation for the basis of this country. I hate to go dark and gothic, but that's the truth of the matter. It's not our fault. We didn't do it. These politicians talk to us as though we're permanently standing in crisis. But that's not who I know. Do you know what I mean? Like when I think of the Black women surrounding me, the community surrounding me, the Black women I know are entrepreneurs. We are scientists. We are teachers. Exactly. It was already built, girl. Thank you, Cinderella. Exactly. Cinderella says in the chat, it was already built. Got you. Exactly. The Black women that I know, entrepreneurs, scientists, teachers, federal employees. Y'all saw the way they got it, tried to get us the fuck out of there. They're like, it's almost as though they're like, we're trying to break the federal government. Who should we get the fuck out of here? Black women. Because if Black women are around, it's gonna go on time. Okay, we gonna meet this deadline. Okay. Thank you all so much for tapping up the live. Let's see how quickly we can get to 100K, y'all. I know it's a challenge. I do. I know it's a challenge, but let's get there. Right? The Black women I know, artists, engineers, creators, researchers. It's grandmothers literally raising future doctors, women building businesses. That's why I'm so happy. That's why y'all know I love the bouquet of butterflies because that's how Black women make me feel. That's how they make me feel. All right. I love talking with Black women creators. I would literally just rather do that all day. How many Black women do we know? Thank you, Charlene. How many Black women do we know that are earning degrees at night? Women writing books, Aaron, everything, Aaron Ashley, launching podcasts. Shout out to Black Girl Podcasters, starting nonprofits, inventing entirely new consulting careers, because that's where the market is going. And we refuse to be kicked out of it. We are one of the most educated and entrepreneurial populations. So, why are we still getting campaign messaging that sounds like it was written out of the late 80s? That disconnect, the way people be talking to us, is the problem. Yes, y'all are, see, Exactly. So y'all are picking up exactly what I'm putting down. Pathways to home ownership, small business. That we're gonna get to all of that. Just got your MA. See, just got your MA in business ed on Saturday. Ready to work for myself again. Exactly. So the solution. Do y'all see how black women have preempted me? And do y'all see how we're the smartest girls in class? Do you see how we're the smartest girls in class? Already. Thank goodness. I'm so glad we were talking about this today. So here's what black women of the 92%, this is what we want instead. Respect our intellect. Talk to us nice. Talk to black women like we're capable of understanding policy. We actually read. Of course, we understand policy. Some of the best policy breakdowns I get and news breakdowns I get are from black women on this here application. Don't reduce complicated issues to slogans. See, we're not them. We're not we're not MAGA. We're not the red hats. Don't talk to us like we slow. That's the one thing you can't do. You can't talk to us. Forgive me. Our founding documents are delicate. And sometimes I'm a little rough with them. That's why they're a little raggedy. Okay. All right. Don't talk to us like we're slow. We're not them. We're not them. Coach Dad was just reading that article in the Atlantic about us being a post-literate society, not black women, not us. Don't be talking to us like we're stupid. Okay? And you're right. That was something, Wubsy, you're absolutely correct. That is something that Kamala loved to do. Kamala loved to be like, here's a program for us. Here's how we're going to do it. Here's a policy. Here's a plan. Here's a layout. Here's a timeline. That's how you talk to us. Don't turn things into slogans and sound bites. We don't like that. That's one of the reasons we don't like watching that. I mean, I can't stand personally to watch Abby Phillips' show, even though for whatever reason, I kind of personally like her. I don't know why. But I'm not going to watch that show because it's nothing but slogans and sound bites. Okay. So politicians, if you want to activate us, you want to activate black women to get excited about you, Talerico, you want to excite black women voters. And if you get black women voters, everybody else going to come along. Everybody else is going to come along. If you want us, Talerico, don't reduce complicated issues to slogans. Explain your thinking. Walk us through your plan. Challenge us intellectually. I'm sorry, y'all. I have all these messages up here. I don't know why everybody wants to talk to me right now. Okay. So explain your thinking. Walk us through your plan. Challenge us intellectually. Black women love learning. Educational attainment among black women has risen dramatically over the last 2 decades. The only thing that remains a barrier to us and black women in education is affordability. That's what keeps us from finishing our degrees and continuing our education. So don't just tell us education matters. We know. Don't talk to us like that. We understand education matters. Are you kidding me? I was I was literally taught one of the only reasons that like grown-ups would leave black children alone in the 80s and the 90s when we're reading a book, because our people taught us, we learned in churches, y'all know I'm deconstructed, but in churches and black history program that our education could what? Take us anywhere. So don't just tell us education matters, politician. Talk to black women, talk to the 92%, tell us how you're going to make finishing college, graduate school, certifications, apprenticeships, lifelong learning more accessible. Don't talk to us like we lack ambition, like the only thing we want to do is work in a goddamn coal mine in a battery factory like these stupid red hats. Don't talk to us like that. Don't try to lump us into that. We don't lack ambition. All we lack is affordable pathways, right? Second, somebody just mentioned it. Who mentioned that in the chat? Who mentioned it? Darn it. Y'all put it back up there. Somebody did. Somebody put it up there and I missed it. Somebody was talking about building wealth, access to capital. Secondly, talk to black women about building wealth. Black women continue to start businesses at remarkable, some would say alarming rates. Okay? Tell us, we already know how to start business. Tell us, KJ, one of our favorite entrepreneurs, and the sunshine-directory.info. Check out Brown Sugar. Her products are amazing. Black women continue to start businesses at remarkable rates. Now tell us how to help scale them. Talk to us about how you're going to help Black women and our businesses access capital. That's what we want to talk about. Okay. All right. Girl, all we need is the access to capital. We'll get the equity. Pay me in equity. Watch me reverse all the decks. Right? Tell us how you're going to help us scale our businesses. Talk to us about how you're going to give us access to capital. Talk to us about federal contracting, procurement. Talk to Black women about business grants. Talk to us about our entrepreneurial spirit. That's what we want to talk about. Innovation, research, investment. Thank you, Soda Pop. Oh, darling. Thank you, Honey Bunny. You know how Big Sis loves a galaxy. You know, girl. Girl, you know how I love a galaxy. I'm sorry. It's about to be my birthday week. That makes me excited. All right. Stop assuming politicians out there, Talerico's campaign, stop assuming that all Black women, mwah, darling, thank you so much. Stop assuming that all Black women want is a job. Many of us want ownership. We want to build a career. We're trying to establish a legacy. Also, if you want to talk to Black women in this political climate, you want to bring us on board. All right. You want to get us reactivated in progressive and liberal democratic politics. Talk to us about rebuilding this fuck ass government. Thousands of talented public servants, Black women have been pushed out of government service. What a politician, when they start talking, ask them, what's your plan? How quickly are you going to lead the rebuilding of a competent federal workforce, bruh? How are you going to right this wrong that has been perpetrated on Black women first? It's as though the stunt queen in chief came into office and said, the first person I'm going to put under my boot, under my heel is Black women. What I want to hear from a politician, Talerico and Ossoff, because you can grow. I want you to do better. I want you to reach for more, reach for the stars. Okay. Ossoff, you could be Kamala's VP pick. Play your cards right. So I want to hear what their plan is. Hold their feet to the fire. How quickly are they going to be working to rebuild a competent federal workforce? That's what I want to hear. How are they going to recruit the smartest people back into service? Immediately. Government shouldn't just be surviving. Scott Galloway was just talking about this. People vilify the government, and I believe when they vilify the government, they're vilifying the Black women that made it work. It is one of the most efficient and effective service providers in the country. All right. Government's not just supposed to merely survive. It should be one of America's greatest employers again. Some of the most beautiful. Every time I drive over the Golden Gate Bridge, and when y'all visit Northern California, you've got to drive or walk or bike over the Golden Gate Bridge. Every time I look at that monument, I believe one of the reasons we all, if you live here or you travel here, the reason you get that like frisson, that little bit of excitement about the Golden Gate Bridge, it feels like an event, is because like that was something created that is amazing, that is a landmark that was built by federal workers, the country putting people back to work again. Now, yes, it was mostly white folks, but that was what can happen. That is the power of government. America should become one of our greatest employers again. And somebody just mentioned this. Do y'all see how I love this? Like, that's why I love being a Black woman in every lifetime. Talk to us about healthcare, not just insurance, healthcare. Fixing the whole thing. Black women continue to experience serious disparities in maternal health, chronic disease, pain treatment, autoimmune disease, access to quality care. Y'all see how they do us. A young Black woman will be crowning, baby coming out in a wheelchair, and it's some racist heifer just, it's not funny. These aren't niche issues. These are national issues. These are important things to us. And one of the things I really want these politicians to talk to us about is accountability. People want to know, and I need to know what's going to happen. Oh, hello. Look at us taking flight. Look at Black women coming out of our chrysalis. I love that little caterpillar. Thank you. Send more. Me likey. Okay. I need to talk about accountability. Y'all know how it is when we get called up to the school because somebody has messed with our child. Blah, 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 blah. He says, she said, who did what to who. How are y'all gonna make this little bastard pay? Black women want to know what happens after all of this wrongdoing. Okay? How will corruption be investigated? How is public trust going to be restored? And I'm telling you right now, Black women are going to insist that it happen quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm encouraging my community. I want Nuremberg style trials immediately. People need to go to jail, under the jail. Y'all saw Tulsi Gabbard's brother, didn't you? Arrested in Hawaii for trying to entice children as young as 9 years old with candy and gum up to his room. I'm ready for people to go to jail. These Merrick Garland was one of the worst mistakes Joe Biden ever made. This, like, let's see. We can do all of that later. We'll recover that later. I don't know what's going on. My iPad is tripping. Sorry about that. People need to go to jail. Okay? How is this corruption going to be investigated? How are they going to restore public trust? How are they going to make democratic institutions stronger than they ever were before? They need to start talking about that. Well, we'll see and we'll investigate. Don't nobody want to hear that. It's too late for all of that. Shit takes too long. They gave that man 4 years. They found all of these confidential documents in his crapper at Mar-a-Lago. Well, we got to investigate. We got to do a raid. We got to see. We're not going to arrest him because mores and the way we do things. And we're tired of that. That's a conversation that mature democracies we have to be able to have. Because we see what happens when these people, these Republicans, come into office. They don't want to govern. All they want to do is destroy. Bounty and Bliss says, the first fix the britches. They literally, I mean, I feel like if I saw him, I would call the police. Y'all know the way people see Black people and they love to just call the police because we must be doing something wrong. I would have seen that and call the police. Man, getting ready to get up to some skullduggery. Also, speaking of which, another one, Andrew Tate. Y'all know who is calling for the release and for the amelioration and to be given some relief and recompense for Andrew Tate that just got arrested? Barron Trump and Don Jr. Trump. I don't want to hear shit about investigations and hearings and all that. People need to go to jail. To jail. Expeditiously. All right. And another thing, aren't they gross? That's baked into the cake with them. I'm sorry. And then what do we? Oh, we're gonna get to that. That's what I want to see. Also, these politicians, Talerico, listen up. Talk to us about protecting our vote. Don't just tell us to vote. Tell us how you're gonna protect election workers. Tell us how you're gonna keep us safe. I see UK Styles. Impeach, indict, convict, lock up. Word up. That's what we want to hear. Tell us how you're going to protect election workers, protect voting rights, strengthen election security immediately. We don't want to hear anymore. We don't want to hear placating. I don't nobody want to hear no beat around the bush. Anybody got time for that? Anybody got time for that? Shout out to Jennifer Lewis. Okay, exactly. Tired mom. They're skeevy and gross. So that's what we want to hear. Black women want to hear, how are you going to protect our voting rights? How are you going to make it so that we can continue to vote by mail so my grandmama ain't got to sit outside all day and like can't even give people water or any substance at these polling places? And the reason we say this, the reason we insist on this is because the only way Republicans can win in this country is by cheating. The stunt queen in chief pointed it out himself at that bogus ass, flop ass speech last Thursday. They need foreign interference. You think the stunt queen in chief doesn't know that one of the reasons he lost is because of mail-in voting? That's why he's trying to get rid of mail-in voting, even though his decrepit ass has voted for himself by mail in past elections. That's what we wanna hear. We know the only way they can win is if they keep us from voting. If they cheat and if they keep us from voting, that's why they, gutted the Voting Rights Act. We want to know how you're gonna strengthen election security. How are you gonna defend democratic institutions? How are you gonna give people the confidence that every lawful vote counts? Because like the leadership, like it's more than just asking us to participate. Y'all really don't want to do shit for us except get us to show the fuck up for you, even if it means dealing with McMullen. What's that man's name? Is it Leroy McDonald? Like it's something stupid. His name has got to be one of the stupidest names I've ever heard. McMullen, the one I don't even think that man went to college. Bruce Wayne or something like that. Joe Wayne McMullen. I forget what his name is. They done unleashed him on us. Mark Wayne. Thank you, Mark Wayne. Don't it sound stupid? I'm just saying. I know I have an interesting name. Don't Mark Wayne sound stupid? Don't it sound dumb? Like another one sounds stupid. Billy Ray Cyrus. I never understood how anybody took him serious. I was like, your name is literally Billy Ray Cyrus. All of these names by themselves are fine, but you put Mark Wayne Mullen uh uh or Billy Bob Cyrus sounds crazy. He didn't go to college. That's what I thought. Okay, do more than just asking us to show up for y'all's asses. That's why they got mad at us about Jasmine Crockett. They were like, listen, negresses, we just really need y'all just to show the fuck up. We don't need you making demands on us and asking for shit. Just show up like y'all always do and do it fast. And also be out there calling and knocking on doors. Hell no, not going to happen like that anymore. Leadership. If a politician wants black women and wants us to vote, they've got to figure out how to make participation safe for us. His mama named it, girl, I'm not going to talk about his bald headed mama. I know that bitch ain't got no eyelashes and no hair. I'm just saying. Allegedly. Okay. Okay. And finally, this is the last thing I have to say to politicians. And this was after really enjoying myself watching the differences between Talerico try to engage with voters and watching Senator John Ossoff. And yes, I have a favorite. I feel like John Ossoff knows how to talk to intelligent black people. Like he knows how to talk to black people. I feel like he knows how to do it. I feel like he definitely like there's something about him. I'm a somebody was making a comment about my tragic light skinnedness early. First of all, colonialism. I ain't had nothing to do with that. For black grandparents, I can count my family back to this country, generations, Mississippi and North Carolina. Okay. All the way back to my enslaved ancestors that they tried to make us ashamed of. Not gonna happen. All right. That's just the way that is. But to me, I'm an intelligent black woman. My whole community ain't nothing but intelligent black women. That's who the 92% is. That's us. And that man resonates with me. I gotta tell you, okay? Seriously, the last thing I want to tell these politicians, and this was after comparing and contrasting Ossoff and Talerico's engaging black voters this weekend. I would like to. I'm not interested in yesterday. Republicans in this country, the GOP, their toxic soup of voters, including marginalized communities over here. Stop asking us how to go back to yesterday. We're going to make things just the way they were. We don't give a fuck about that. We're tired of that. We're tired of the past. Exactly. The ghetto. Stop asking us how to rebuild yesterday. Yesterday was not good enough. We are not interested in going backward. The GOP, Republicans have got backwards and regression. They've got that covered. Hey, a brown desert bloom. I love that. I love a desert aesthetic, by the way. Welcome in. You have found you sitting in the sun with us. You understand sitting in the sun. Welcome. I'm tired of going backwards. Someone just had this conversation with their son. Good. Thank you, Neil. Yesterday for black women of the 92% is not good enough. We don't accept that for ourselves anymore. After November, I'm so glad brown desert bloom. Let's follow each other. Yesterday's not good enough for us anymore. We're not interested in going back. That's what the Republicans want to do. That is what they have done since they became ubiquitous in their power holding in this country. They got the executive, they have corrupted the judicial, and the legislative is just full of the most beta cuck punk bitches I have ever seen. I don't know how these men like people say, well, I'm just a man. I put my pants on one leg at a time. Not these motherfuckers in GOP in the not the GOP in the Senate and in Congress, House of Representatives. Oh no. They the most acquiescent, weak ass bitches I have ever seen in my life. They're in charge of going backwards. What we need from our politicians and the ones that want us to vote for them is a path towards the future. We're Black women, we are dreaming up new futures. We are building a new city in the crumbling ash heap that is this nation. Oh my gosh, so true. Vice President Harris, tell them, Taj, actually had plans for the future moving forward. You are so correct for everybody. And when Black men were tripping about her, and I'm not gonna say no more on that. Black men, how they duped y'all and had her calling that woman a cop. What did she do? Came up with a whole plan. Black men's like path towards economic security in the future. I'm not gonna go backwards. I feel like I could. I feel like I could, but I'm not. I'm not going to. I just need these politicians to understand. Talerico, you want to be senator, understand this. Yesterday was not good enough for Black women. We are not interested in going back. That's them people. That's the red hats. That's them ignorant motherfuckers that are the base of the GOP and the Republican Party. Black women are interested in going someplace we have never seen before, someplace we've never been. You want to talk to us? Get with my friend, her Divine Alchemy and Ella, the AI coach. Talk to Black women about artificial intelligence. Talk to us about scientific research. Talk to us about space exploration, climate resistance, biotechnology, education, infrastructure, the creative economy. Okay. The future. Black women have spent generations helping America survive. Now we want to hear your vision for helping America evolve. That is the conversation that Black women are waiting for. Okay? That's what we're waiting for. That's why our community, the 92% movement, created itself. I didn't create this movement. I'm just one of its leading and founding voices. Okay? But that's why the 92%, we birthed ourselves the way Black women always do. We literally are a movement that birthed itself from the ashes, and we rose up from the ashes of the November 2024 presidential election. So that's why we're not half stepping. And that's why all this old shit is not good enough for us now. Like Black women, we tell each other, can't pour from an empty cup, know your worth. Oh, we know our worth now. Oh, we know our worth. Okay. One of our main pillars of our movement, okay, is about understanding our worth, how much our click, our like, our attention is valuable. It's like gold. We understand our worth and we're not accepting the same old bullshit anymore. Okay? That's exactly why this community created itself. Every morning on the Sunshine Report, we have these conversations. We do it um from a place of love, not out of a place of fear. That shit is over. We're past that part in the movie where the heroine is so afraid all her training failed. No, we passed that. We are Bruce Leroy in one of my favorite movies, Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon, where we all thought Bruce Leroy was dead. We all thought what's his name that was in Sho'nuff's crew shot him. Oh no, we're at the moment where we have risen up out of the water. We got the bullet in our teeth and the glow has been activated. So you're not going to be able to buy us for cheap. Okay? So we're past the fear. This is where we use strategy, curiosity, possibility. All right? So seriously, we got the glow. We're not going back. All right. And thank you all so much for being here with me today on the Sunshine Report. If these are the kind of discussions you've been looking for, please make sure you tap the bell, subscribe, like the live, share it, and get excited because we're just getting started. It's another reason we're not afraid of the midterms. I'm excited about the midterms. There's still plenty of time for white men to fuck up. Thank you, Cinderella. Thank you. There's still plenty of time. There's plenty of time, girl. Thank you for being the title gifter. Thank you guys for visiting the gift gallery. All right. Thank you. Black women are just getting started. And if you are looking for incredible Black owned women's businesses to support, or if you're building one yourself, visit the sunshinedirectory.info. It's one of the ways we're turning these conversations into real economic action by investing in each other. And what I hope all of us take away from today's conversation, Black women are not asking these politicians, Talerico or John Ossoff, who are trying to engage with us. We are not asking, ain't nobody asking. It's so stupid to even say that. Like, lower the bar. We're asking these motherfuckers. Everybody else is behind us. If one of the reasons I love this graph, I'll never let it go. I'm not gonna quit it. It shows how far ahead of the game Black women have been. We're asking politicians, y'all, Talerico, Ossoff, y'all need to meet us where we already are. Some of them are doing better than others. Black women aren't interested in empty slogans. Oh, the Glow song, girl, that's one of my favorite songs, and they remixed it for Insecure. I think not Janelle Monáe, Janelle, real cute, little sexy one. Janelle, no, Victoria Monet. Girl gave us a whole new, I love that song. That's one of my daughters, like, whenever she's the little scary Scorpio, when she's really happy with me, she'll put on that song. I love that song, The Glow. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. What y'all don't know is that I feel like I'm a bit of an expert on seminal Black cinema. One of these days, I'm gonna figure out, me and Bounty and Bliss gonna figure out how we're gonna have a slumber party and watch movies together. Okay. So we're just asking these politicians to meet us where we already are. All right. We need to be invited into serious conversations about the future of this country. And the leaders that understand that, the leaders that are willing to engage with us with honesty, intelligence, and vision, those are the leaders that they'll do more than earning our vote. They'll earn our trust. That's much more of a valuable thing. A Black woman that trusts you for real, for real. So my question is this. Ooh, this is a great response. We've never asked for a lot, just do right by us, damn. I know. I know. So listen, if you could sit down with your senator, governor, or member of Congress for 30 minutes, what's the one conversation you would want to have that no one ever seems to ask Black women about? Okay, I wanna see some response to that. Like, please put it in the comments. I'm gonna put this part of the video, like, up on all the platforms. I'm gonna want some response to that. Okay? And if you're a politician or you work for a politician's office or you want them to know what's going on, share this with them so they'll know. We even trying to make it easy for you. Get better. Talerico, that was the beginning, but bruh, you gotta do better because they ate you up. Cause I know that the answers to that question are gonna help shape the future of American politics. If you can meet the needs and you can meet Black women where we are, whole world is in front of you. The entire world is in front of you. All right. What did I miss? We talked about Tulsi Gabbard's brother. Ew. Y'all, is it me? When I was looking at this story, especially about the mom who came home from working a fucked up shift and saw on the Ring camera that someone had snuck into her house, like, to meet her little 13-year-old daughter, and then he was assaulting and abusing the daughter, and when he left the house, she double tapped him. It has led to a very interesting conversation, which, between that and the news about Tulsi Gabbard's brother, I hate to even read this. Anybody seen Tulsi since she perpetrated her crime and got the fuck out of Dodge? Tulsi Gabbard, brother. Hey, Callie Bet. Yeah, your boy Tulsi Gabbard's brother charged after allegedly trying to lure children to a Waikiki hotel room. this entire Epstein file cover up that is still going on, like, right in front of us, is the reason all these people feel like this is okay to do. Like, literally, the GOP is not only the party of white supremacy and oppression and corruption, criminality, lechery, avarice. It is, as far as I'm concerned, it is a party of pedophilia. This is why these people are totally okay with this. They are totally okay with this, and this stuff is being done out in the open because I think these people understand that they will be protected. It is so disgusting to me. I mean, all we have to do is look at the fact that, like, Barron Trump and fricking Don Jr. is advocating on behalf of, Andrew Tate being released because 'cause they're huge fans of his. And why was Andrew Tate arrested? What was the suspicion? Andrew Tate arrested again because he can't stop abusing. Ooh, they seeking extradition to the we about to find out everything. I'm telling y'all, I believe it's gonna be these foreign countries. It's gonna be France and the UK that actually tell us what's in the Epstein files because they have all of them themselves. And so, taken arrested by US Marshals in Miami on a sealed British warrant. British authorities are seeking their extradition to the UK to face 38 newly filed charges, including rape, sex trafficking, assault, and indecent child images. So, of course, y'all's stunt queen in chief, that disgusting, lecherous, stinking sack of pig guts. Of course, his devil spawn, y'all know I'm deconstructed. His failed sons are advocating for this. I'm telling y'all, it's baked into the cake. That's who these people are. That is who they are. It's not enough that this man is an embarrassment on the world stage, embarrassing us in front of the whole world, standing upstairs in front of the picture, trying to hang on to the trophy with Spain. I don't know if y'all saw that. It was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen, especially as a mom, like a sports mom. I was like, you can tell all Jake do is front and lie. Hey, Judy Smart. You can tell all Jake do is front and lie about it. He's like, I used to be an athlete. You a motherfucking lie. There is a big difference between that military school that they sent him to because he was incorrigible, makes your ass play a sport. There's a big difference between that and being an athlete. Because if you're an athlete, you would never try to take somebody else's shine. You would never try to like stand on the podium with the actual winner if you were an actual athlete, or you actually had children that were athletes, or you actually understood athleticism. Oh, it was so embarrassing. After he was just shading Spain, talking about how much he hates Spain. We gonna put tariffs on Spain. We're not doing no trade with Spain. And then trying to stand up there with the trophy and smile at him. They tried to get his goofy ass off the stage. They tried to. Ugh, he is so disgusting. That's also why I believe they be using the dark arts. I think they realize that there is some you get power from being at the center of celebration and applaud. And they're trying to harvest that energy. I told y'all that's all they do. It's so much of this is like energetic. I was at a feature. Yeah, he was booed the whole time. We have never had a president that the whole world hates. The whole world. I was telling my daughters, I was like, "Girls, y'all were too little." The youngest hadn't been born yet, but, the lanky Libra, I was like, "Baby, you don't even remember this." After President Obama, like, before he was President Obama, after he clinched the nomination and he clinched the election, he literally went on a worldwide tour. He was going around the world, like, all over Europe and Asia. People there would be, like, thousands of people, like, lined up to cheer him on. Thousands to, like, cheer him on. That man was loved. And he's trying to do the same thing. He thinks that if you can I can't stand a motherfucker like that. Like, I was like, and I knew some horrible sports parents, but when the girls were getting their trophies and their hardware, the parents didn't try to stand up there and hang on to the trophy too. Now the girls would be fighting over that trophy. The girls would be fighting over who was gonna hold it, who was gonna smile, who was gonna the girls did that, but the parents didn't. It's so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. And y'all, I wanna say one last thing about this exploding diarrhea lettuce before I gotta go upstairs. And I'm sorry it took us so long to get started today, but I was having troubles and complications. Yes, how welcomed he was when he went to Obama. The man was universally loved. Now, a lot of that was him being a Leo. But so much of it was intelligence, competence. God had the love of a good woman that he was faithful to and would never embarrass. Was a good father. That man was out there coaching CYO basketball. He was just an inherently superior person. All right, the FDA says, oh my God, the FDA walks back claim that Taco Bell lettuce supplier Taylor Farms is the source of the explosive diarrhea parasite, which further lets us know if it comes out of, y'all know what I always say, all Jake do, hey Harley, all Jake do is what? Front and lie. That's all Jake do is front and lie. Okay. So if it comes out of this administration, so if the stunt queen in chief says that we're winning the war in Iran, if he says that he's decimated Iran's military capabilities and we're still getting our ass kicked and servicemen are being killed, what does that mean? That means they didn't decimate their capability. They absolutely have missile technology and capability and they kicking our ass. They say two oil tankers, I think Caress reported today, like two oil tankers been lit up and are just bleeding their oil into the Strait of Hormuz. Like that's what's happening. So if the FDA walks back claims that the supplier Taylor Farms, who is a donor to the stunt queen in chief, if they say that it was a false positive, that's a lie. That means that where it came from. And y'all, this is where I want to encourage us as Black American women. Now, us getting this spring triple washed lettuce mix, washing lettuce as a girl, washing lettuce and washing greens used to be two of my things I hate to do. I used to hate to do. One of my least favorite. Now with the greens, I'm never gonna not triple wash the greens. That's just the way my grandmama got down. I feel like my grandma's the kind of like ancestor and spirit that, when they mad at you, you could feel like they tugging your hair, like they grabbed one of your ponytails. So some things like I don't stop doing. But listen, it's a filthy job. It's a gross job. We have to go back to the ways of our ancestors when it comes to cleanliness and preventing infection and disease with these nasty people, okay? With these nasty people that are running this country, okay? They're filthy, they're disgusting. They can't stop talking about how they hate bathing, okay? Yeah, find a farmer, get it out the dirt, grow your own. I'm growing 8 to 12 lettuce plants right now. We're growing kale. The second it gets colder, we're growing collard greens and wash your own stuff. We have to go back to the ways of our ancestors. I know we think the times are different and we ain't got to do all that. We got to triple wash. You're growing our own vegetables and washing them the way our grandmothers did. I will never forget my grandmother. Like, Grandma, why are we doing this? You got to kill the lettuce bugs. What are lettuce bugs, Grandma? Lettuce bugs killed yo great cousin da 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 da. They ate da 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 out the garden and when lettuce bugs kill them children. So we wash lettuce in this house with salt and greens with salt. And it's true. You ever watch it like you fill your sink up full of cold water and you put the salt in there and then you plunge the lettuce in there, bugs just go scattering out everywhere. We got to go back to the old ways of our ancestors. And teas and jeans, what Chuck says, yes, and healing medicine. We got to go back to that. I am putting the cap full of bleach in the dishwater. I don't care what nobody says. I know that's old school, and I know it's fucking with my feet. It's fucking with my hands. Y'all know our neck and our hands are to be giving us away. I know, but we got to go back to the old ways. These people are filthy. I'm sorry. Okay, that the owner of Taylor Farms didn't let his people and his workers take bathroom breaks, so that's where that fecal matter and shit came from. Okay, allegedly. Okay. So we got to go back to the old ways. I know it's hard. Excuse me. I know it's harsh on our hands. I know it is, but we got to go back to the old ways. Our grandmothers did shit because they had us living in them slave cabins. We were always on the fight for like always fighting pestilence and these people's disease and pestilence. Y'all know they don't want to wash every year, like clockwork, every 4 to 6 months. One of them gets on these apps talking about how there's no need to bathe, wash everything. Yes, Dollar Tree gloves, girl. Thank you. I should just put gloves on. All right. Yeah, the old ways kept us healthy and kept us thriving and surviving. That's why, in a lot of ways, I'm like, white women aren't scared enough because I know they don't know these ways. They love telling us every day on Beyonce's internet. They love telling us they don't get it and they don't understand. That's why I'm not worried about us. That's why I am not Okay, so whatever lies come out of this government or the FDA about what is clean or cleansing, no, like we literally see that one of the first things they did was they got rid of is it cyclospora? Cyclospora. That is something that used to be monitored as one of the first things that they axed. Okay. Oh, Bounty and Bliss says, why do we think things would be clean when they don't even know how to wash their own bodies? Exactly. Seriously, the dark ages, y'all, in the most recent podcast that I'm trying to get edited and uploaded. Y'all, we talk about that, like the dark ages and what plunge they asked in the dark ages. One of the reasons I forget the name of that book, like Gun, Steel, and Germs. It's about how they, when they came over here, like the reason they were able to subjugate like indigenous peoples because they were filthy and like their diseases like racked us and knocked us the fuck out. It took the Moors with black people from Spain and Africa to teach these people how to bathe. That's just science. Like that's just history. So yes, support black owned farms. Buy from them, like buy our products and wash because these people can't be trusted at all. Oh my goodness. Whoo, heavens to Betsy. 92%. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. Y'all know what I like to, y'all know what I like to see. Let's get in every lifetime. Okay. In the chat, I am so grateful for us. I am. They argue you down. Oh, and that's so funny. Mark Lamont Hill talked about this. They argue you down about cleaning chicken because of the spread of salmonella. Like bleach don't exist, girl. My grandma Myrtle. It's like to where I don't even know if dishwater is working if it's not scalding hot with a cap full of bleach. When Coach Dad has to get down under the sink, y'all know how these newfangled sinks, they got a little battery pack so you don't have to like turn the faucet on and off. You can just touch it. Coach Dad was under there the other day and he's like, there's so much stuff under here. And I was like, don't you touch that bleach. Leave that bleach exactly where it is. Don't move it. Okay. I had a landlord once. I will never forget this. Like an apartment we lived in when Coach Dad was in business school. And I would put like a little cap full of bleach in my mop water because the floor was like this white linoleum. And so I would just put a cap it in. And plus, this was somebody else's apartment before us. That woman would go on and on, the landlord, that smell is poisoning me and the toxicity. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to live in filth, bitch. Like, I'm sorry. I'm mopping your damn floors. Like, what else do you want? And it's so funny too. They would argue us down about us being dirty and ghetto and nasty and shit. And oh my God. Oh Lord, one bleach under the sink, one in the laundry room. Exactly. See, that's why I knew I liked you. I knew from the very beginning that we were gonna see eye to eye on many things. Yeah, always going to clean my raw chicken. I don't know what people be talking about. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I like one of the things I like about Caribbean culture is the way they overdo it. Like like I was like, and lime and salt and da 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 da. I was like, damn, y'all, that chicken is clean. I ain't worried at all about this yard food. I was like, because the Caribbeans just go over the top, and I be learning their ways. We can learn that's see, that's why people are like, I'm like, I'm not anti anybody. If anybody, yeah, like, see, I didn't grow up like learning that. Like, we cleaned everything with salt and like a little bit of white vinegar. Like, that's the way you would do it with like food or like meat. We wouldn't bring in lemons and shit into it. But that it strikes me as that strikes me as sensible, eminently sensible. Each one teach one. Exactly, Duchess of Aries. That's the way I see it. I have been so neglectful today to our friends over on the tube that is you. Y'all, please forgive me if I have y'all please forgive me if I have in any way kept us from if I wasn't on top of our convo today. But y'all, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate us so very much. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me today on the Sunshine Report. Make sure again, Bounty and Bliss. Yes, salt and vinegar, but accepted the lemon lime method immediately. Don't it seem like it makes sense? It does. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up here every morning. Thank you for choosing like to be black girl geniuses and to choose curiosity over cynicism as black women. Thank you for being willing to think deeply instead of just settling for the easy answers and just the old ways of doing things, y'all. I appreciate every single comment, every thoughtful disagreement, even when yes, I am going live tomorrow. I absolutely am. Every recommendation, every share, every subscription, and every conversation that we keep going. Girl, thank you. You like the orange. I really like orange with a little bit of turquoise. Turquoise, is my daughters used to say when they were little. A little bit of turquoise. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite combinations. As Black women of the 92%, um, I know that our melanin is like vibranium. Our attention, our laughter is so valuable. There's 1,000 places we could spend our time and our attention. The fact that 92% y'all come sit in the sun with me like every morning, it's something I never take for granted. And more than anything, thank you for believing that Black women deserve spaces where we get to be unapologetically brilliant. And we don't have to be stressed about it. And we don't have to shrink ourselves for like other people. Oh, tell your little Libra. There's one thing a Libra will do is recognize game. One bad bitch acknowledges another. It's one of my favorite signs that is it's like one of my favorite signs of the zodiac. Like a Libra Leo combination is a good combination. That's just a good combination in every lifetime. Thank you, Ella, the AI coach. Okay, we like yeah, this is where I expect for us to come here every day. I'm so glad, K Styles. It's because we're in a space where we kind of expect to have a good time, laugh, um uh have a place that's like a release valve for us and where we can be brilliant without worrying about pissing people off. I get so tired of that. Our ideas matter, our laughter matters here, our creativity matters here, our joy matters here. Every morning we're gathering here, we are proving something. Okay, and the future gets that's how we build our future one sunny. Thank you for your daily heartbeat. Our future gets built one intentional, intelligent, hilarious conversation at a time. I'm so sick of people putting us into a box, right? So y'all, let's go sit out in the sun. Your wife is married to Libra, right on. Right on. Lucky. Y'all, there's so many Libras in my life. My mama's a Libra. I gotta call my mama today to make sure she's gonna be home when I go to Mississippi. And when I go to Atlanta for the National Association of Black Journalists, Miss Risha just got in touch with me. I'm so excited. So I guess we're gonna talk about like the panel I'm gonna be sitting on. I'm so excited. New independent. Oh my gosh. So my mom was a Libra, Coach Dad is a Libra. I got 3 triplet sisters that are Libras. 3. We're a blended family. They're triplets. The lanky Libra is a Libra. Like I'm surrounded by that energy. October, we wearing me the fuck out. I am stressed out. Atlanta is your home, Atlanta, Georgia. Now I'm only gonna be in Atlanta for a hot minute. I don't know if we're gonna have time for a meetup, but we might have one. My little brother's a Leo. His birthday is on the 30th. Happy birthday to all Leos. Thank you. My birthday's coming up on Thursday, y'all. I'm so excited. I don't know what Coach Dad's going to take me to do something fun. And I think I'm going to go to, what I've never been to? I want to go to. Y'all ever been to one of those head spas? I'm going to find me a Black esthetician that works in one of these head spas and I'm going to go. I'm gonna go find her, and I definitely need to give myself a haircut. And I'm gonna go consignment shopping. I may buy myself a little bauble, and these are my birthday nails. My new press-on set. I put them on last night. Those are they're a little over the top. Oh, your husband's a Leo. Yeah, the chosen one. Well done. Geminis, Virgos, Capricorns rule my family. Really? My Venus is in Gemini. I love Gemini placements. They are so good and relaxing with that halo shot. Yeah, girl, I've never done that before. So I think I may try to find one of those. I bet I can find one over in Oakland. Aren't they cute? Like they're a little longer and they're a little bit they're much more than I normally do. Mine are normally I like a little gold detail, a little pink with a little gold detail, but I decided to go like extra. I can go a little bit extra and have some fun for my birthday nails. And if y'all ever want to know, check out my showcase because I put all my nails and my nail glue and all that in there. Like I'm real serious about us facilitating this wealth transfer. Speaking of which, make sure if you have a favorite Black woman-owned business podcast service, put it in the sunshine directory.info. I'm going to add it to the place where you touch my face in my bio. All right. I'm the only Virgo in my family. Is rough in these streets. Virgo is an energy I respect so much. Virgo is y'all are no joke. Like, I know a collaboration is gonna be amazing if I'm in a collaboration with a Virgo. Hey, Doctor Steele, thank you for being here. Y'all, thank you for coming to sit in the sun with me. I appreciate you all so much. I gotta finish editing this video. I'm gonna edit the podcast, be looking for a new edition of Dear Benighted States of America. This last one is pretty harsh, but it describes how we feel as Black women. It's a tersely written letter from Black women in the 92% to this fuck ass nation. I know y'all are gonna enjoy it. I love us, and I will see y'all next time in the sun. Love us 92%. All right. Are we still live over here? Studio chat. I'm so sorry I missed us today. Y'all probably had some good comments. Love us so much. I'm going to have a new video up for us today.